89 on up, homies, the show where you gon' get Cali history. It's told with respect and dignity. Spoken by jihad so vividly. He's taking over the industry, giving y'all some download imagery. Damn you, if you ain't hitting them likes, come on, subscribe. Check out the channel and I bet it will make you decide to tune in every chance you get. It's lit, and some of y'all can learn a bit from this gangster shit.
YouTube, what it do, loved ones? You know the motto, if you can, after the story's over there, hit us with a like, which is a thumbs up, and that'll let us know we kicking our stuff. I want to thank the homeboy G League Deuce for the intro from the legendary Mental historical hip-hop album, Banging on Wax. You can reach him on Instagram at Solid from Day One. YouTube, what it do, loved ones? Happy New Year's. Welcome back to 89 on up, where we kick a gang of G stuff. This story right here is about the fat homie that turned Crip on me. Early 90s, juvenile, camp, jailing era time, homie. And how I know the fat homie is because I was on the streets with him. I functioned with him. I didn't crack jokes and had the nigga laughing, chunky nigga laughing like a wave, making me feel like I was like a top comedian. I didn't dug in the homie chip bag like, nigga, give me some chips, blood. You know what I'm saying? I didn't seen a nigga on the block with a big t-shirt on, big khakis, black ashy chucks, cherry red strings in them. I didn't seen a nigga with a cannon, and we didn't seen rips, and I didn't told that nigga, draw down, blood, draw down. You know what I'm saying? So I know this was the homie. And I'm not gonna say what set he was from, but I'm just gonna say the nigga was out the city, homie. He was a Damu out the city of Inglewood, homie. So anyway, with this in these times on the streets in these early 90s, you know, of course, young niggas, we out, we trying to make a name for ourselves. Niggas is strapped, niggas is getting caught for certain shit, and some of our family members is even shipping niggas off, you know, trying to see a better way for us and moving niggas of our peers off to certain spots. So like I said, within this time, I done hung with the chunky homie, then hung out, then banged with him and all that shit. So like I said, within this time of niggas coming up, some of our people just trying to see shit best fit for us, and it's moving niggas and shit like that, and some of us is going to jail. So all of a sudden, the fat, chunky homie, he disappeared. So I ain't really knowing, you know, what's up with this nigga. Like I said, I don't know if this nigga moved, this nigga went to jail. I don't know, homie. So months go on, couple months go on with me out here, you know, still in the bricks, doing my thing, banging, hanging out and all that. I wind up catching the case, homie. You know what I'm saying? I think I catch a strap case. So anyway, I go in, you know what I'm saying, hit Juvenile Hall. And then from Juvenile Hall, I wind up getting a camp program, homie. So with me finally running through the halls and finally getting situated and get to camp, I go up to Camp Challenger. I don't know if I fall up in McNear or Jarvis, to be exact, but I know I falls in the Challenger, homie. So with me falling into either McNear or Jarvis, homie, battling through Young and all that shit, you know, I eyeballing, looking around, seeing if I see any homies, Damu homies from the halls or from the streets, or either some rips I done got kind of acquainted with from the halls. I'm trying to see who all up there. So as me scanning and looking, I see the chunky Damu homie up out the city and shit. So I'm like, man, this, you know what I'm saying? I know this nigga, homie. So I give it up on the nigga, get a turf up. You know, and at the young age, a nigga dish, you know, I put my hands in front of me, dish, you know what I'm saying, and all that. And I see the nigga laughing, you know, chunky body moving like a wave, laughing and shit. So I'm like, yeah, my nigga. I'm like, damn, the homie up here, okay. So, bam, niggas get posted. I finally get situated. Finally get a chance to get up on him and holler. So I'm like, Blood, what's happening? Blood shake the nigga hand like, Blood, what's bragging? You know, homies up here, deep, how deep are we up here? So I think he probably tell me it's just you, maybe another homie. I'm like, nigga, what you mean, nigga, just me and another homie? He like, man, I ain't pushing the B no more. I'm like, nigga, what you mean you ain't pushing the B no more? I'm thinking the nigga just, went cold, just not banging and shit. So I'm like, nigga, what you mean you ain't pushing the B no more? You know what I'm saying? And so he like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? The nigga running with the neighborhood Crips, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga dropped neighborhood with his chunky fat fingers on me. Nigga hit the Roman numerals, everything. Nigga hit neighborhood on me and everything. So I'm like, Blood, is that right? You know, this how we talking in our youth ways. I'm like, Blood, is that right? He like, yeah. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck that shit happen? Nigga, we just leave the street. You know, I see you on the streets, nigga, we banging and all that shit. He like, man, you know, niggas was running the nigga up, fading the nigga and all that shit, homie. You know shit, man. You know shit. I just went on and said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? His excuse kind of was like, nigga, you got more spunk than me. You more kind of like active than me. So you could kind of probably like defend yourself better than me. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, I wanted to be like, you know, take off on the homie, like, fuck that shit, Blood, nigga, you know what I'm saying, and take off on that nigga. But I think I kind of just, you know, I just bagged up off the nigga and just didn't even fuck with the homie, you know what I'm saying, at that time, at being a homie. I didn't even fuck with that nigga no more. Once he told me he didn't convert it and all that, I bagged up, and it was a nigga from, either he was from 5'5" or 5'7". He was the nigga responsible for the nigga transferring from Damu over to the Crips and shit. You know what I'm saying? Brown skin nigga had like a chipped tooth. Probably about 5'6", you know, 5'7" at that time, damn near in height, you know what I'm saying? With some kind of like some chunky orange, like some 16s and a halves and shit, damn near some 17s if we would have kept buffing. But at our youthful time, them some big on arms on some young niggas 16, 17 and a half years old, you know, 17s and shit. 16s and a half, them some big old arms on us, homie. So anyway, once he told me that, I like bagged up, you know what I'm saying, listen to his excuse, his spiel and shit. But to be honest, homie, it was real rough still at that time. Homie, you gotta figure that the age group of niggas I come up with, niggas is 47 to 50 right now. And them is, you know, all the solid Damu niggas of that age that survived and all the Crips that survived that age, and the Crips was just as hard as the homies back then. Them niggas that made us hard, homie. Every time we kept going, we had to be harder, because them niggas was hard on us, you know, because they been taught on their side of the fence how to be on Bloodz, homie. And we, you know, we was just hearing how to be on defense, homie, a lot, homie. You know, we didn't really just have hear about homies just really too much full-fledged warring them niggas first. We just was on the defense, homie. So it was still rough at that time, homie. You figure 91, 92, it was still rough for homies coming through the Juvenile hall systems at that time, homie. But 89 on up, G stuff, not E stuff. And that's a story of a chunky Damu homie I knew from the streets. When I got to Juvenile camp, the nigga turned Crip on me, homie. You know, fell up under the Crips and all that shit, homie. Shout out to all the Crips and Damu homies that rock with the channel, support a nigga and all that. And a nigga gonna stay hitting with content for 2025. I'm out.